Okay, so this is an analog channel. Here's a digital channel, 23.1. This is A5, well, just analog 5. I'll just keep it zoomed in here. This is in Pembroke, Ontario. There's a channel called CHRO. Well, that's the call letters, but then it became the new RO, and then it became A channel. Now it's CTV2 is what it's known as. It used to really serve Pembroke and like the Ottawa Valley area, but now it's like it's just very centered on Ottawa. So that you don't there's not much service here in Pembroke anymore. This is 47. It's not coming in very well. This would be, so the analog channels don't really come in very well in this area. This channel will come in longer, but there's been actually a lot more trees have grown up around the antenna, and then this channel actually used to come in clear, and we would turn it to tune it, but it's just not coming in good anymore. This digital channel, small. It's very humid today. There's a lot of moisture. So yeah, and this is what it looks like. You can see all these little fragments in the analog TV. I think digital is much better. This signal would come in much better, no ghosting if it was digital. This is the old antenna that we've used. This antenna is probably like 40 years old. It has like the lead wire, which is not like cable. It's like this two wire thing that you connect to the back of your TV. Somewhat of a directional Yagi antenna type thing. And I just have it on like a pole here, and we just have it down. And actually we can change the angle. That's why I like antennas on masting. You can just put them up and then turn them however you need them. Really, I don't need to turn it too much anymore these days, although the problem I have with this antenna, if you have an antenna, see, this antenna worked really well about 10 years ago, but what happened is a lot of the trees have grown up near it, but it still picks up digital TV signals on a clear day. But yeah, in this area in Pembroke, they've shut down the CBC's broadcaster, and they used to have Global in this area, Global TV. So all we really get is the CHRO Pembroke channel, which is CTV2 now, but its call letters are CHRO. CHRO is actually a much better name in my opinion. So yeah, no more independent TV stations in Canada. It's all, you know, Bell or Rogers owned. Well, Global's owned by Shaw. Yeah, one of these old antennas still work. It will still pick up digital TV, but this antenna just happens to be in an area where there's Pembroke, Ontario, where there's really only a couple of over-the-air channels still in this area. And I just have the antenna, this double lead wire, plugged into a splitter, and we distribute it through two TVs. And it's also combined. That's actually combining it with the satellite receiver, so the other TV can get the satellite receiver as well as the antenna channels. Here is the Shaw LTSS receiver. Basically, it's just a HDD SR600 Motorola receiver that does Digi Cipher or whatever it is. And it says Shaw Direct on it. So yeah, it's basically like having a Shaw Direct subscription, except you only get like a handful of the different Canadian networks, City TV and all that. City TV, CHCH, CBC, and all that. But you can't just go to Shaw and, hey, I want the LTSS. The program's over, so you can't get that anymore. Now, Shaw Satellite installed it right about there on the metal, off the edge of the roof there, where the metal roof is. Now, the problem with that is, in the wintertime, ice comes off the roof, and what happened was all the ice came off that roof and knocked the satellite dish down and ripped that this whole wood beam, this part here, off of the house. So instead we installed it on this tree, which actually is working pretty decently. I've installed it over a year now and I haven't had to reinstall it. With it being on a tree, you can install a satellite dish on a tree. The problem with it is on a windy day, the tree will blow in the wind and kind of rock back and forth as I'm moving my camera to kind of illustrate that. What happens in that case is you'll lose your signal. You'll probably get the signal back. And another problem with doing it on a tree is your signal might get weaker as the tree cures, grows, and just, you know, moves ever so slightly. So it might be good for a year, but maybe a couple years later, you might have to readjust your dish. That's where I can even do it with the Sat Hero, but what I did in this case was with the Shaw LTSS, I just got the receiver outside with the TV set and just readjusted it. Well, actually, when I had to set up this dish on the tree, I just got the receiver and a small TV and set it out on the deck and adjusted it.